Hello, everyone. Welcome back once again. And today we are going to cover a very important topic, how to register as a civil defense volunteer. This initiative is a very important step of our Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, in particular for the NSS organization, where the NSS program coordinators and program officers, as well as all the NSS volunteers, are expected to step up, come forward, and register as a civil defense volunteer so that when our country needs the service of the NSS organization, we will be in a position, the government will be in a position to contact each and every one of you as and when the time demands. So today we are going to cover the registration part, how it is done. It is a very simple registration process which every one of us can easily complete it within 4 or 5 minutes from our mobile phones or from our laptops. So today I'm just going to cover the registration process uh, straight away by going to the My Bharat portal. So we have to type in My Bharat, the URL of My Bharat portal, that is mybharat.gov.in, and you can do this from your mobile phone as well as your laptop. So the NSS volunteers or the program officers, they have to register themselves first if they are not yet registered to enroll as a civil defense volunteer. As you can see in the screen, join as a civil defense volunteer. This is the new initiative of our ministry. And those program officers or coordinators or NSS volunteers who have already registered on My Bharat portal, they need not register again. They just simply have to go to sign in option and log in, and after that to apply for this civil defense volunteer initiative. So I'm assuming that the volunteer have already registered as a My Bharat volunteer. So we'll just go straight away to the sign in option where we can either make use of the mobile number or the email ID that was used during the registration. So I am putting in my email ID, and after that uh, I'll I'll click login. After that, the system will send one OTP. So I'll wait for the OTP. Yes, so OTP has been received. So I'm typing in the OTP into the portal. So once you type in the OTP, it'll take you to this homepage. So the volunteers or the program officer or program coordinators simply have to go to this uh, tab on the left hand side. That is the civil defense volunteer option. So once you click here, it'll take you to this registration page of the civil defense volunteer. This initiative has been announced to us uh, on the meeting held last evening at 7 p.m. under the chairmanship of Honorable Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, Dr. Mansukh Mandavia. And we are expecting that all the NSS program officers, coordinators, and volunteers, and even general students also get registered so that we will step up in support and assist our country in times of emergencies that may come and that is ahead of us. So to do that, we just have to give certain information which are not yet retrieved from the My Bharat portal registration, which you have done earlier. So for example, your name, your gender, everything will be auto-fetched from the My Bharat portal, and the registration form will ask for the remaining information which are not available. So for example, out here, we have not provided the email ID. So no, the mobile number. So I'm putting in my mobile number, and here we have to provide the name of the father or the husband's name. So I'm just writing here Arup Kumar, and after that date of birth will be fetched automatically from the My Bharat portal. Here you have to give your permanent address. So I'm assuming that for example, this person is from Dibrugarh, Assam. And here under occupation, the NSS program officers, coordinators have to select salaried common employee or salaried private sector, and the volunteers have to select student. So I'm selecting student. If your present address is same as your permanent address, you just have to select this button. And if your present address is not same as your permanent address, then you have to give your present address. I'm assuming that I'm studying in Guwahati University, so uh, I'm typing in my present address, Guwahati University. Uh, yes, Guwahati University, Guwahati, Assam. And after that, here the students need not put anything. You just write NA, not applicable. If in the case of an assistant program officer, they can write the name of their department or they can write the name of their college. And here under educational qualification, there are lots of options where you have to select the correct qualification for you. I'm selecting bachelor's degree, and in this languages button, we can select, for example, English, and you can specify whether you can read, write, or speak. I'm saying that I can read, write, and speak English. Next, if you want to add more language, for example, Hindi, for Hindi, I can say that I can speak. However, I'm very poor in writing or reading, so I'm selecting only speaking. And next, we have to select whether we are a member of, whether you are a member of Defense Forces, Territorial Army, Police Service, or Fire Services. So if you're not a member of these organizations, then you can select just simply none of the above. And are you an ex-service person? So no. So all this can be kept like this. And here the system, the registration form will ask you whether, like say, you will be in a position to serve anywhere in India in case of any emergency. So you can write yes or no out here. I'm just writing yes. And here you have to specify on which day of the week you will be free. So you can mention that you are free on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's up to you. For this person, I'm selecting that we are free. This person is free on Saturday and Sunday, and that this person can give at least 5 hours per day on Saturday and Sunday. And here, the registration form will ask you whether you have any bicycle, motorbikes, or a car. So if you have a bike, you can just write, I have a motorbike, right? Or otherwise, you can also write that you have a bicycle, all right? After that, here you have to specify whether you are suffering from any kind of communicable diseases, whether you had smallpox, whether you have been vaccinated, whether you have been you have taken vaccination for cholera, typhoid, uh, tuberculosis, etc. And here I'm just keeping everything as no. And here they'll ask you whether you know any kind of first aid or whether you have a motor driving license. So I'm just writing here, clicking this do options, and after that you have to click next. So once you do that, you have to sign a declaration form, a self-declaration form. So after that, if you are okay with the self-declaration, then you can click this save application button. So when you click the save application button, the system will ask you whether you want to submit the form. So if you are okay with it, you can select this option, yes button. So once you do that, the system will show that you have successfully registered. So this is in short the registration process of NSS program officers, program coordinators, and NSS volunteers to join as a civil defense volunteer so that we will step up and we will go forward if our country requires the support or the assistance of any one of us in case of any emergencies. So this is a very noble project and a very good initiative from our ministry so that we will be able to give a helping hand to the different departments, to the important departments that are dealing with emergencies. So I request each and every NSS functionaries and NSS volunteers, and even encourage the general students to become a part of this civil defense volunteer and to complete this registration process within 2-3 days, so that we will be in a position to give a very good number of volunteer database to the ministry and to the PMO office as well. Thank you very much, and see you all next time.